Buonasera, I almost said buongiorno. It is super not the morning. It is 8:03 p.m. I'm a little bit late for my own stream here. 8:03 p.m. on a Saturday. What is it, January 22nd? That sounds about right. I fortunately don't have a lot of nitty-gritty to do. Dammy VTuber says, hello, with 3 exclamation points. Hello to you. I'll send that right back with even more exclamation points. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Bond says, oya oya. Thank you, thank you. I don't have a lot of nitty-gritty to do. When last we convened here, which was almost the whole month ago. What's that? Who that is? Dammy VTuber joins the skeleton crew. Thank you, thank you. When you get laid to rest and it does not read rest in peace on your tombstone, the problem with that is you get enlisted in the skeleton war in the afterlife. So the fact that you are a voluntary sign up here means that you're going to save some poor drafty who didn't have it so lucky. Thank you for stopping by. Rodea, hello. Thank you for stopping by. I guess my tweet found you then. I took a risk this time, and I put the link in the actual main tweet instead of in the replies or in my bio based on what we were talking about when you were playing Genshin earlier. But it seems like it found you, so that works out. It got about the same level of engagement that my tweets normally do. Let's see if this works also. Rodea. Does that work? There we go. Last seen engaging in Genshin Impact. Absolutely despicable. For folks who don't know, which I'd imagine is probably most of my usual crew, Rodea is a fledgling warlock-type VTuber. She's been having a couple guerrilla streams as she gets ready to do her big debut in 2022. I'm looking forward to it personally. I think it'll be great. Oh, I almost forgot, because I am just scatterbrained today. Hotkeys, music. There we go. Gotta have some quality BGM. Shadow command or name and shame command. For you, ISV. Only you can decide. Last seen engaging in retro. Now that's despicable. more so than Genshin Impact, I'd say. Watch your code. I hope it's enjoyable. We will see. So, for folks who are new, which might just be Rodea, and I guess Dami is also new because they're a first-time viewer. Even Denshi is here. The gang is all here. All right, cool. Denshi, you should be asleep because it's like 2 a.m. where you're at. What do I need to do here? So, I'm working on a plugin for VTube Studio that allows you to link your heart rate to various parameters and drive other actions within VTube Studio. Last time that we got this all together, I had just finished, I believe, making a module here for triggering an expression, sad trails, but I didn't have it saved or anything. It forgets, I have to do the saving part, it forgets what it's going to do. But you can choose a drop down of your viable emotions. And then when your heart rate hits a certain threshold, like right now it's 126, let's do 130, and it will activate when that happens. So when we have that happen, well, that's interesting. It made me blush. Why did it make me blush? Oh, I picked blush. That's right. So yeah, when I go over the threshold, it'll trigger the emotion. When I go back beneath the threshold, it goes away. The idea for this is that you'd be able to have like model tinting, so you could get flushed when your heart rate goes up. And now I want to add expressions into the mix as well. So I'll need to have some more UI for this. This is far from being done. The other thing that I want to do is have this be a profile that this saves as per model, rather than boilerplate applying this to whatever model you currently have loaded, because people have told me that is not desirable. They have many different models that they want to use. So even though this expression thing is almost completely done, I want to do the model, or not the model, the serialization and saving aspect of profiles first, because I think that will inform how I go about saving information about the expressions. Okay, so we have that. What do I want to do? I want to open VS Code. Where's VS Code? Here is VS Code. Show VS Code. And I gotta... Oh, I always forget to do this. This is the hardest part. Gotta boost my font size to 22, because otherwise it is illegible to streamers, or to stream viewers. It's legible to me, but that's not useful. Okay. So, the way we currently do saving in this godforsaken application is we have our heart rate manager somewhere, because this is following like a singleton pattern. Where the fuck did I put it? Alright, plugin. Here we go. And so it has the ability to save. At the very end here, we have a save method. We basically iterate over all of the color tinting modules that we have. We add a JSON about them to a list. We have the various input types, such as from pulsoid, the little slider. Yes, 22 is the correct working size. And then the VS Code theme is one that I made myself. It reminds me of roses, so I like it. Okay, yeah, so we iterate over all of the input modules. Soon we'll have an iterator block for, like for each emotion module. For each, do I have those already? No. No, I haven't made a list of these yet. So soon this will expand, it'll iterate over every emotion module, and add to the save data, etc., etc. This is why we end up with a block of data at the end that is only one profile, which is not desirable. And then when we load, we know what file to look for because we have the save path name, and we try and deserialize it from JSON because Unity has a nice built-in wrapper for that. We turn that into the object, and then we just iterate over each field and invoke a load method as necessary. So for each save data for the color modules that we saved, we can create a new one through the same method that we create one through the UI. And then for the various input methods, we can load the statuses of them, like where the slider was, if you had a token for the plugin, the pulsoid plugin, what have you. So that's all well and good. There are parts of this, for example, this will stay as a global level thing in the save file, but things like the input modules will be per profile, I think. The not input modules. I'm just tripping over my own tongue. The color tinting modules, which I named input modules when I started this. Okay, so what do we got here? What do we got here? Then we have our actual save data class here, which has the two lists. Oops. What did I do? And so this is going to change, so, okay, here's actually, I'm of two minds on this. I can either have it make a separate file per individual model, and then it'll have like a file for all the global settings, and then it'll have a file for all of the individual models, and so whenever you load a new model, it'll check to see if one exists. A save file exists for that name and load it, otherwise it'll make a new one. I think that's kind of what I want to do. The alternative is just having like a dictionary in the single save file. But I think what I want to do is we have global save data, and we're going to have similarly model save data. And in here is where we're going to move this, among other things. Is it possible? It is possible to have a case in VTube Studio where you have no model currently loaded, right? I haven't tried that in a while, but I'm assuming there's a case where you could have a question about the model, like you query the API. Okay, Denshi says yes, easy. It's great to have the developer of VTube Studio in the chat, so I don't even have to read the docs. He can just tell me. Okay, so that might be a problem. I'm not sure. What do we want to do here? He's also got a really strong emote game, because I think he subscribes to every single channel. Between you, my closest friends, and me, I'm probably going to open my channel up for affiliate my birthday, or around my birthday next month. Save the date, February 14th. I might finally open affiliate. I've got a couple emotes that I can roll out. I've got some plans for what channel points will be worth. So, I mean, no promises. I don't really want your money or nothing, but I do want those precious channel point redeems, because that's where the power of the Twitch.tv platform lies. Anyway, you didn't hear it from me. If anybody asks, your boy's just gonna keep freewheeling forever. Date has been saved. Valentine's boy. Yeah, that's me. I was talking to Bond today about like what kind of stream I should do for my birthday, but I don't know. Valentine's special, what? Yeah. Alright, okay, so now we're getting, obviously, compiler errors because the save data that we're trying to load does not have these parameters. The other thing I'm not sure about is if I need to worry about legacy support here. I haven't had a ton of adoption for this plugin yet, based on analytics from itch.io. So I don't know if I feel too bad about breaking people's save data, because as of right now, the only thing that they can save that I'd be breaking would be their color setup. And I feel like they can set that up again. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. It'd be kind of a pain to have legacy support, but that's, I guess, the nature of breaking changes. I'd rather just wipe their save data clean. Okay. So, what we want to do in our load method is... Where's load? The problem with making the font so big is it's actually very difficult to find what I'm looking for. Makes it easier for you guys to see, though. Okay, so we take this out. We no longer load input modules like that for color. What we're going to need to instead do is... What is our save path? Save path is that, yeah, but then we set it to something, right? Okay. That becomes save.json. We're going to keep that, I guess. And then what I should actually do, I guess if it's just going straight into application persistent data, that's fine. This is oh, and then we're going to have this dot model save path, which I guess is just application persistent data path. Let's see. Private string model save path, like so. And then here, I don't need a path.combine, but I guess I can leave it there in case I decide I want to append something. that's fine. Maybe I should put them in a folder. Right now I'm just dumping everything directly into the like Unity persistent path for this this application. I think that's fine. But maybe if you have a lot of models, that's a pain in the ass, and your save data will get confused. Yeah, let's actually do that. Models. There we go. Like so. So then when we go to load, we're going to need a function in here. That's when we change our model, I think. But I would need some kind of callback for that. Like, I don't want to do it every frame, obviously. I'm not going to try and load this every frame. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? I might need to keep track of what the current... Yeah, okay. Since it's not like VTube Studio can affirmatively send information to us yet, I'm going to need to use a member variable here, which I don't really want to do, but sometimes it's inevitable. I am a big opponent of member fields. I think everything should be as functional as possible. We're going to need private string current model ID equals nothing. Not equals equals. What does this emote mean, Rodea? I feel like I'm being judged. I'm not sure if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I see this giant stack of member variables for this class, and I'm like, this is disgusting. But fortunately, a lot of them are constants, which I can live with. I can live with constants. It's the clap emote. Oh, it's animated. Sorry. It's very, very small on my screen. You're clapping. You're applauding me. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So we're going to need to, I think, query the state of the model every frame. Bless you, Bon. Bon across the room from me just sneezed, and she dabbed in the most immaculate way. Everybody say, thank you. Bless you to Bon. Correcting the comment about things staying functional. Yeah, no. I'm messing with you, sorry. I don't actually think I'm being judged. And if I was, that's fine, because that's why I stream this stuff. 200 lines of member declaration, what are you even doing? Yeah, I mean, the best thing that C# has ever done, do I have a good example of it here? I don't think I've properly used it here, but C# has a, like, region. I can implement it right now, actually. Region. Member variables. And then at the end of here, end region. And then, when you're upset that you have 50 lines of member variables, you can just collapse them. Can always refactor later, says person who will never refactor. That's, yeah, I mean, you know it as well as I do, right? Clearly. Rode, if you don't mind my asking, because we have mentioned this a couple times, what language do you use primarily for the Second Life? If you don't mind sharing. If you don't want to share, that's totally fine. I'm always curious what kind of coding background people who show up to these things come with. Usually it's a lot of JavaScript, which is totally fair. But I'm unfortunately in the Java mines for my day job. My soul can know no rest or delight because I'm forced to program Java 7 days a week. Alright, so for each, collapse this other for each. This is very bad. Don't look at this. This is math that is completely illegible. I like blackout every time I look at this section. I'll fix it later. This is an example of using ternaries in a way that makes code completely illegible. For instance, but at least it's not a nested ternary. It used to be. Anyway, what I need to do. Violet says, my only experience with coding is beginner C++ and making basic games in Unity. I mean, that's not bad. I still get bewildered by C++ because I need the training wheels of memory allocation being done for me, and things like that, and object-oriented contrivances. Alright, let's see. We are going to do get model, get current model. Yes. On success. Error. Yes. personally think C# is my favorite. Well, I used to think C# is my favorite language, but I'm falling victim to the siren song of JavaScript more and more. The more stuff I have to do. You just can't beat the speed of JavaScript, of being able to prototype something from nothing instantly, because of the ubiquity of browsers and how they can all run it. JavaScript during the day. It would be nice to branch into other stuff, interest, but no time anymore. That is very relatable. Typically, I find that I only learn things when I absolutely have to. So, like, I learned JavaScript when I wanted to make my own web page originally, and now I do it for other stuff. I have a stream series earlier on my archives where I work on a Discord bot for the Skeletom fan server. That's always fun. I learned how to set up a Discord bot and Node for that, which is always good. But yeah, C# is where I'm at home because it's most similar to Java, which is what I am shackled to at work. Haven't written anything in C ever. I would recommend participating in a game jam. You just missed it, but last week, or 2 weeks ago? Last week, I think, last weekend, VTuber Lua Lucky had a game jam that she hosted, the second VTuber game jam, where she got a bunch of V and non-VTubers together, and we all cranked out a game in 48 hours. It was a hoot and a holler, as she would say. I would definitely recommend checking that out if you are interested. I think I definitely tweeted about it too, so if you're incredibly online like I am, you may have seen it. Alright, okay, so we get information about the current model. So if we succeed, then we do this dot current model ID is equal to s dot data dot model ID. V and non-VTubers. Yeah, I mean VTubers and I mean everybody else is a non-VTuber, right? Yeah, Lua rules. Lua is I admire her greatly. I do not know where she finds the energy to do everything that she does, but she does not stop ever, and golly, she's cool. Yeah. I'm just gonna keep being like, because I'm thinking about how much I appreciate Lua. Everything she does, I'm just bewildered by. In a good way, of course. Okay. So, I'm trying to stop myself from doing that. So I have my own library here, which is how I'm able to make this plugin so quickly. The get current model is a wrapper for the VTube Studio API function for getting information about the model. It accepts 2 callbacks as its arguments here because it's a asynchronous method of doing things. If it fails, it fails. I don't really think I care. So then we're going to say if... Why did this indent weird? If s dot, who that is, Rat Saturn? Am I reading that right? The Rat Saturn? Welcome aboard, Rat Saturn. When it does not read rest in peace on your tombstone, you get drafted into the Skeleton War. So, your voluntary conscription into the good fight will save some poor drafty. We thank you for your service. S dot data dot model ID not equal to this dot current model ID. We know the model has changed. This is when we would go ahead and load our model save data. Okay. And sorry, it's not. Thank you for stopping by, Rat Saturn. I deeply appreciate it. Okay, so now we know the model has changed. If this has changed, we update it to whatever it is every frame. That's well, good. Probably only need to do it on the function. I don't know. I don't care. If we have an error, I'd say we go back to this dot current model ID is equal to nothing, like so. Why do I keep doing equal when I mean assignment? What is wrong with me? Nice to be here. Thank you. Oh, that's a good emote. Wait, hold on. Who's that from? Peppafu, let's go. Whose channel is this? Oh, I recognize this guy. He's great. He's a very talented voice actor. It's Pappy is the guy's name. He is a lich, I think. Dude's huge though. Pappy, yeah. Great emote. Very funny guy. Way more boisterous than I could ever be, but that's voice acting for you. Alright. So, then we're going to say, if if it's changed. And we're gonna say, what are we doing here? Do it like that. I think. Yeah, okay. Wait, actually, I'm like, I don't know why I'm spinning in circles around this. So we know the model has changed, then we're gonna try and do a load function, I would think. So we have load here, and we've taken this out of it. So now we need to do a load for a specific, this is like load global data. Yeah, right? I mean, that's what it's all about, right? Having energy, admiring people who are different than you. That's the beauty of this great thing we call the internet. It's being able to meet people who are very diametrically different than you, but that is good because surrounding yourself with identical folks usually has ill consequences. Private void load model data like so. And I think this will get a string model ID. ID passed in. We can put this in here. We will do the following. Did I even make a... Oh, yes, I did make model save data. Yep. I spend a lot of time talking to and watching the streams of Yansha Gogo. She is very different than me. I'm about as different from her as I think a person can be, and that's awesome. But I could never be here. This is path.combine. We're gonna do model. And model ID. And the suffix is gonna be dot JSON. So wait, actually hold on. This shouldn't be done inline. What am I saying? String path equals that. We'll get to this. So if the file exists, otherwise we create a new one. Yeah. What are we doing here? File read all text. File path. Better a file path than a psychopath. Let's see. Why is this giving me an error? Oh, missing parens. I threw out the weakest joke I could because I have to remember and get in the habit of using that button. I've had it for, I think, 4 streams now, and I've not... Well, actually, no, that's not fair, because 2 of my most recent streams have been collabs on other people's channels where I'm just a voice. I don't have my setup. That's not fair to me. But I always forget to use it, because I'm either typing away, because I am programming, or I'm talking, and because I am very Italian, I will be doing that with my hands, and not looking at my stream deck or my keyboard. A cool fact that I realized recently is that pretty much any time in a VOD where you see my model just completely lose tracking, like so, is because I am talking in a way where my hands are covering my face. They were getting between my face and the webcam, because I'm waving them around so much, like I am right now, for example. Just a fun fact. Let's see. So now we've got our text file here. We've read our file path. This is going to be a model save data. This is model save data. Like so. Don't worry about this, that's fine. This becomes a nice fat to-do. Water phone sound. I don't know what that is. I haven't watched Kitchen Nightmares because it stresses me out. So I don't know what that sound is. I'll have to pay close attention next time you stream. Just really like that sound. Okay. So, if the file exists at the file path we want, we are happy. We can create color modules. We're awesome. The other thing we need to do, actually, because this is in a directory, I think I need to do if not file dot. Wait, is it directory? Exists? I don't know why these are separate. I feel like we should go back to the Linux file structure for everything being a directory, even files. Directory.exists is model save path. Then we need to do directory.create. I'll need to do this in the save method as well. I'm pretty sure I need to do this. I'm pretty sure if I tell it to save in a directory that doesn't exist, it will become upset. Create directory like so. I hope. Okay. So we have that. We're gonna save our information here, or this is a load rather. Sorry. Cool. And then we need the save half of this as well. So just like we have, this is going to be a save global data. Well, I guess this is probably going to do a catch-all for saving everything. Private void save model data. I wish I had done this up front, because this is probably going to be the most excruciating part of adding new functionality to this plugin. Is like ripping out the guts of this thing, but we'll survive. Save model data. This is going to have a string model ID passed into it, just like the other one. We're gonna do new model save data, like so. And then we need to check if the directory exists. If it does not, we create the directory. Else we, where's my other save method? Write all text. Thank you, C#. Makes this very easy. This dot. Oh, and I need to also bring the model path. I should make this into a helper function, because we do this in 2 places now, and if you ever have code in 2 places, it should probably only be in 1 place. But that's an optimization that somebody else, i.e. me in the future, can figure out. So we do this, we do file write all text, file path. Alright, so that should be good, I think. And then I need to go back to my update loop here. And when the model ID has changed, we do load model data. And so what do we do again in this case? If the model that we're trying to load doesn't have data for it, we just don't do nothing. That's fine. I need to have a clear method, I think, is one thing I'm going to need to do. Let's see, load model data. Like so. So now we know if the model ID ever changes, we're going to go ahead and load model data. Oh, actually, just hold on. Save model data. Like so. This is going to be for... Oh, wait, no, this is not correct. Hold on. Nah, that's correct. Okay, but have a good stream. Hopefully we'll be back later. I have a hard stop in 90 minutes at 10 p.m. EST, so hopefully I will be still around when you get back, but no pressure. Don't feel obligated or nothing. I'm really glad you stopped by. It's super nice to meet you, and I look forward to your debut later this year. I do mean that. Thank you for stopping by. Okay. So now we save model data about the existing model ID, then we load the model data for the new one, if any exists. I think that is what we want. Yeah, okay. What's the worst that could happen? Let's give this thing a spin. Yeah, it'll be your turn soon enough, Rene. Soon you'll have to do the JavaScript stream and I get to join and enjoy it. Okay, so I probably should have had it print out what model it thinks it currently has. Wait, maybe I did. Why is it doing this? Oh no. Is that just in the library? Whoops. Nobody saw that? I gotta update the library then. That shouldn't be there. But I'll humor myself and add a debug line here. Debug. Model ID, like so. Now, the other thing is, I'm not sure if these model IDs are going to be legible. Like, I don't know what this actually outputs. I don't know what the model ID is. I'm assuming it's just a random hash code. We will find out. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to have a file with that as the name, which is probably not ideal to a user who won't know what model this corresponds to if they wanted to go ahead and delete it. Now, ideally, they shouldn't need to go mucking around in their save data folder whatsoever to begin with, but in the event that they do, they'd be very confused by this. On the flip side, if I append any non-ID data to this, you can end up with different save files every time you rename your model, or something like that. So I'm not really sure what the correct way to handle that is. I might not care. I might be overthinking things. I really don't know how often people change the name of their model or what have you. Anyway, let's add an art mesh tint, face, head, jaw, and we're gonna do all in on red, like so. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, well, that's good. Oh, but it's only gonna save... hold on. It only is gonna save on switching models, which is not what I want. Hold on. I also don't know why it didn't load... I feel like something is wrong here. Load global data, I feel like didn't happen, or maybe I commented something out in my haste. Now this should have happened. Information about the modules, and because it had none of them active for some reason. I don't know what that was all about. Very strange. Much to think about. I will get there when I get there. Anyway, where's my on application quit? Save model data. I need to have a better... Oh, no, this stuff. Current model ID. I need a better autosave function than just when the app closes, because that does not account for crashes. Okay, well, it remembers now. That's odd. Okay. So we add our new art mesh. It's going to be head, jaw, face, mouth, 128, like so. What was it? I don't remember. Actually, what was it? Like 128. This is a good argument for me having this save people's progress and not wipe it. Yeah, it was like that. Okay, that's what I'm expecting. So now, if I go into VTube Studio and I become someone else, I become a Kari, what happens? It still has her pink in the face here. Oh, that's fair, because I didn't delete this. But if I do a new art mesh tint, I don't know, arm, and her arms are going to be blue. Looks like a shirt. I don't really care. Okay, that's fine. So now we close this. Oh, I'm not showing Unity. Oh my god. I'm very, very bad at streaming here. Meant to be showing Unity. Hide VS Code. PC game. There we go. I was just talking about stuff that I was not showing. Also, it's complaining about this path. Is that like an invalid file name? Oh, wait, hold on. You can't use path.join for that. There are a lot of problems here. Streaming is a blow up. Okay. Now I can go back to VS Code. That is not the proper way to do a save file. You can't path combine with a file suffix like that. I have to do plus. Like so. Otherwise it will try and do a slash. There might be a way to say like specify the... it's fine. This is good enough. So that probably didn't save it all, but that's okay. What I was trying to show before, now I'll properly hide VS Code, is... So this has no outputs. Let me add one. It's going to be her arm. It's going to be blue. Weird medical condition that she has, but it is what it is. So now I'm going to go into VS Code, and I'm going to swap from being her back to being me, which is probably going to show that I have like no legs. Yeah, that's fine. Don't mind me, I'm just really small in the corner here. Denshi, by the way, can you at some point add hotkeys so that I don't need a scroll wheel to rescale things in VTube Studio? Well, I've got you on the line. Can I just get that bumped up to the top priority? Because your boy doesn't have a scroll wheel, and I would like to be able to press like Control Plus to make myself bigger right now. Like, my model is very small, and typically it's much larger than this, and the only way I know how to make it bigger is to use a scroll wheel, which I have to get a USB mouse for. But I'm as Bond points out, a filthy trackball user, and I do not possess a scroll wheel, so as such I have no way to scale props, or myself, I'm pretty sure, unless there is a hotkey for it. In which case, please illuminate my feeble mind. Anyway, back out of VS here. What is this? Interesting. Oh, that's fair. I just wanted to be able to like press like Control or Shift and plus and have that like then be able to just like drag. I don't know. Don't worry about me. I am an extreme minority of people who don't use a scroll wheel. It's really not worth. Actually, I was mostly being facetious. Okay, so that should have saved. So now if I go and switch models again. No, actually, wait, no. Before I switch models again, I am going to add another one for just me, for the Skeletom model. 255, 128, 128. This is going to be for head, mouth. I don't know why that did my whole body. How do you not have a scroll? How do you do anything? I use page up and page down a whole lot. Primarily for browsing the web. I use a trackball so that I never need to move my wrist, even a little bit. And as such, I will never develop carpal tunnel syndrome. How do I do anything is a great question. Okay, so now if I go back to being Akari, what happens? Oh wait, no, this is not gonna work. What the fuck? Oh wait, no, this makes sense. This kind of makes sense. The problem here is I don't have a clear function. So... yeah, okay, hold on. Yeah, you're probably correct. But I like the trackball. An important piece of Skeletom trivia is that anytime you see me streaming a PC game, I am playing it with a trackball. This is the kind of person I am. The kind of broken, deeply upsetting individual that I am. I love my trackball. I might get one that has a scroll wheel at some point, though. Okay, so here we need to have a clear... like a clear the board state. Destroy. Yeah, okay, so we need this. So if this is when we're going to be loading, I think this will go at the bottom. Private. This will be, I guess, clear current data. This doesn't really care what model it is. We're just going to do for each. I play Dota and I win with a trackball. It's an amazing power limiter. I'm like, what's his name, Rock Lee from Naruto, where I just weigh myself down. And if I ever used a real mouse, well, I'd probably stumble because I struggle with real mice. I never remember to move my wrist. I just think things should move when I move my fingers. For each color input module. Wait, actually, I probably can't do that because I'd be modifying the collection. Wait, hold on. There is a way to do this. This is extremely memory inefficient, but here's the important part is I don't care. List. Color input. Temp equals new. This dot colors. This is very memory inefficient, but I don't know of a better way to make a list, to iterate over a list that will then clear itself. I can't just wipe the list because these are game objects, so I need to actually delete the references to them. And the way I have it to do that is also iterating over the list. So we're going to have color, input module, C in temp. So we make a copy of the list to know how to iterate over it. But that's fine because then we delete stuff. Ugh! I'm so bad at this. Thank you, Denchi. I'm so bad at this. We don't CPS code. I wish I could just get it to swap whenever I change focus of my window, but it doesn't like that for whatever reason. I guess I should just do desktop capture instead of toggling, because this is the constant blow up of my programming streams. I don't know how long I've had you staring at the other thing. Okay, what I need is, I'm making a clear method. I have to make a temporary copy of who that is. Oh, I'm being hosted. Thank you, Flair, or Cat, whoever it is. I appreciate the host. Anyway, I need to make a temporary copy of the list that I'm about to prune, because I need to iterate over it to delete game objects out of it, but if I were to do that, I'd be modifying the collection as I iterate over it, which is a no-go. So we do destroy color input module C, like so. And then whenever we go to load model data, if the file exists, we're gonna destroy, clear. Alright, there. I think that will solve our problem here. I'm Denshi's wonderful daughter tonight because I need to be. Okay, so we've got too many of these. But that's fine. So it's like that, which is fine. We've got our blue one, and we've got our head one. That's cool. So now if I go back to being me, here we are in Unity. Okay. Did that not work? That did not work. Something has gone wrong. I was expecting it to wipe both of these, but it doesn't seem to have done that. Unless... Wait, hold on. There's only one way to be sure. Let me open my save data path. Nope. Do I not have a button in here to open the folder? This is going to have to open the folder in the future. Let's actually, let's do that right now. Back to VS Code. The thing is, I do remove elements, so to show you what I'm doing here. Otherwise, you're right, there would be no problem. You can absolutely modify items in the list as you iterate over it. That's the whole point of iteration. But the method I'm trying to write is one that will destroy all of those modules systematically. And the way that I have that happen is I have a destroy method. You pass the module you want to destroy. It removes it from the list and destroys the game object. Because I always want these things to be coupled together. I would never want to just destroy the game object and still have it in the list. Similarly, I would not want to keep it unmanaged by removing it from the list and not the game object. So this is my de facto way of doing it. I need these to be managed. I need to keep a record of them at all times, and I never want to lose track of them. So that's why I need to make a clone, because I want to use this same method for clearing them out. This is what happens when you click the delete button on an individual one of them also, for what it's worth. Alright. We're almost there, that's fine. So, what am I looking to do here? What is the problem? Oh, wait, that's right, I wanted to do save data. button. What is the file called? Open log, open save file button. So this is going to need to change. This is the save path. Yeah, okay, that should do it. That's all I need to change. I'm going to go into Unity now. I'm going to go to my settings. Oh, why did it stop? Settings, open my save data folder. Go into my models thing. I'm going to just wipe this out. Okay, so now I've got fresh start. Fresh start. Or so I thought. Where is it getting this information from? Because you didn't see it because I don't have it showing desktop capture, but I did just go into my save data folder and have it delete, or deleted both both profiles that I had for Akari and myself, and then I boot up the app and they come right back. How? How is that happening? I'm confused. Okay. Maybe it was just haunted. I don't know. Computers are weird. Alright, so we're going to try this one more time. We're going to do head, mouth, 128, 128. That makes my mouth and head nice and pink, as one would desire. I will now go into VTube Studio. I will become someone else. And perfect, yes. They go away. That is exactly what I wanted. And so now I will go back to being myself. And they come back? Yeah! I'm a genius. Alright, perfect, perfect, perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. So this will have a stored profile per model now, which is good. Identity crisis for the sake of development, yeah? Yeah. So perfect. So this keeps a separate file for myself, and now I can start actually developing features because I don't have to worry about how they're saved. It will save everything that's on this outputs menu will be saved per profile, and then things like your global settings, what port you're using, like your auth code. I'll need to get a new one. I guess what happened the first time I booted this up is if the thing you're trying to load has fields that aren't recognized by the thing you're trying to load into, it just breaks. That's interesting. I would think it would just discard fields it doesn't recognize, but it doesn't seem to have been the case. Because now I've lost my auth token. That's fine. It's super easy to get a new one. You just press the login button and it will give you one. But that's neither here nor there. Okay. So that's good. Yeah. What else did I say I was going to do today? I got my expression modules. And oh, actually, this was the thing that this was like the big feature, was getting profiles functioning. Should I? I feel like it would be cool to be able to copy from one profile to another. So like say you have your various outfits, right? You should just be able to clone all of your settings from one to the other. I think I want to do that. I don't know if I want to do it now, because I feel like I'd need to plan how I set that up, rather than just freewheeling it. But there'd probably be a drop-down here, and it'd be like clone from, and then you have a drop-down, and you hit the clone button, and it will just do it. We need to make a way to add expression modules. Yeah, that's what we're doing now. We're going to have a way to add and remove expression modules. Yes. Alright, back to VS Code we go. Close this guy. Alright. Identity crisis for the sake of development. I'm thinking about that now. It almost feels like a joke. But I don't know that it is. Okay. So I have a list of... Oh, I do have a list of expression modules. I just forgot what they were called. I was thinking they were emote modules. Okay. Okay. So then we're going to do in our load model data, like so, for each expression module in data.express. Nope. What the fuck did I call it? Oh, wait. Yeah, sorry, this is the load. I should do the save first. Where is my save? This. Expression module this dot expression modules. Yeah, okay. Data dot, so now we're gonna need to go to here, expressions, all very repeatable. Like so. All well and good. I need to figure out a way to make Unity not break on unrecognized fields, though. That feels like really bad behavior. We're gonna do... Do I have a create method for the expression module yet? I feel like almost certainly not. Nope. To do. Well and good. So then we're gonna do data dot. Yes, like so. Nice and repeatable. Love to iterate over JSONs. Cool. So that's good. Now I need to copy these. The other good thing about thinking about... I'm getting ahead of myself, hold on. The best advice I have for app development like this is always think about how you're going to save your data as priority number one. As I lamented earlier on here, I really wish I had thought about having separate profiles per model up front, because it is a breaking change, but also my whole infrastructure involves creating save data and then passing it into create methods. So when you load from a file, it is doing the exact same thing that pressing a button on the UI does. My create color input module function just takes a JSON as its input and loads based on values found in that JSON. So your whole thing is operating on your save data like domain model, and I think that's important to think about. There shouldn't be a separate way to create, two separate ways to create things. If you're going to have storing your state to a file, it should be exactly the same as its internal state at any given time. I hope that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. This is going to be create expression module. Expression module. Module.save data. There we go. And then we're going to do expression module instantiate. Expression module this dot. Oh, I need to make a prefab for this. Of course. Wait, so what's the difference between expressions? Oh wait, no, expressions is the dropdown of valid expressions that you can have. That's right. Okay, so then we're gonna have colors. Power input module. Where did I put my prefab? Color prefab. There we go. So, serialize field. Where's my... This stuff. Expressions prefab. Cool. I'm probably going to want to sort these differently at some point, but that's fine. Expressions. Add instance. If module. It's not able to know. Oh, sorry. Expression modules. So if we have something, then we instantiate it, and then we're going to have similarly destroy expression module. This feels like a thing that I could do with an interface, or an abstract class, that these both inherit out of. I don't know. I don't know. Because, like, this is exactly the same code, just reading out of two separate lists. This feels prime for a refactor. But it's, again, like, does anyone actually care? It's not that memory inefficient where it's causing problems, so probably no one cares. And then we're going to need to do this whole thing again. Fortunately, I think I just have these two types of things to trigger. Temp color. Or yeah, trigger, I guess is the right word. Temp color. So I won't have to worry about, like, a third instance of this. So just in time for me to realize that I could abstract this out is probably time for me to not need to make changes to it anymore. Expression modules. Destroy expression. Like so. And then now here, we can just do create expression module. It's so easy, it's so repeatable, it's the same shit everywhere. Alright, cool. I think that's good. So now, back in Unity, I need to... What do I need to do? Scene. I have in my... where is it? Scroll view, that's what I'm looking for. My scroll view, my viewport, this guy. I call it the color module thing. It's more than that, but that's okay. These all kind of get stacked up because it should. Oh, there we go. It just took a while. So here I have new art mesh tint, new color selection. This is a prefab within a prefab. Does this not have a... Interesting, okay. That's fine, that's fine. Let's do a horizontal layout group, I think. Good night, Denchi. Thank you for stopping by. You really should go to sleep. It is now 3 AM, I think, where you are. So, please go to bed. Please. Please. Spacing is 10. I hate doing UI shit on stream, because it just doesn't work. Like, it's not good to look at, in my opinion. Wow, okay. There should be a way to... Yeah, control child size. Okay. This goes away. Okay, I guess that's what I want. I think this is what I want, and then we can do this one is Ah, no, no, no. No, they can't be side by side. This needs to be... If I remove this, does it just like break everything? No, that's fine. Vertical, because the text on them is too big. There we go. Full style size width. Perfect. And then we need to add a fitter. Content size fitter. Vertical fit will be minimum size. There we go. Beautiful. I'm getting better at this, I think. Okay, okay. So now we have our expression button, color button, and then I think I need to hook these up in the scene side because new color selection. I believe I need to make the on-click for these point to, yeah, okay. So this one has an on-click as well. This needs to point to the like plugin manager here. Heart rate plugin. Wait. Eh? Wait. Show VS Code. How did I do this before? Create color input module. There must be a wrapper for this somewhere. Oh, I made a script for it? Huh? Did I use this anywhere? No, I don't. I don't think so. What did I do? Hold on. Hold the phone. What did I do? Color button. What are you... Wait. Oh, I did. Okay. This is actually referenced somewhere. Alright. Create color module. Create expression. I did make a wrapper for this that passes in a dummy object, expression. Expression module, like so. Cool, 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 cool. Now I need to go back here into the prefab. This one triggers pointer up. Yeah. Oh wait, no, the thing above it. There we go. Create new module. Create color module. And then this one. Create new module. Create expression module. Yay! We're doing it. Get rid of that out of the prefab. I boot this up. Does it crash? Oh, yes. Yes, it did. Because this doesn't have a reference to what the expression prefab is. We can fix that. Core? No. UI? Prefabs? Modules? Expressions? Something like that. Oh wait, no, that's 0. Like so. Apply that as the prefab. There we go. Alright, outputs. Alright, cool. Remembers my tinting. Add a new expression trigger. Threshold of 95. We'll activate. Blush. There we go. When I get so flushed that I begin to blush, that's perfect. So if I stop the app, boot it back up again. Will it remember me? Will it remember that I want to have that? Yes, but it doesn't remember the expression. That's okay. We can fix this. That's workable. We can have it fix that somehow. Somehow. Not sure how. I don't remember what the save for this looks like. Okay. Cool. It's a start. It's definitely a start. Okay, so back into the VS Code mines we go once more. This is the expression module class. Ooh, that's a good to do. Make this safe later. Love to have to make things safe. What does my load method here look like? Expression file. S.selected expression. Okay. What does set expression do? And this refresh gets called where? Oh, okay. I'm now hitting a race condition because this is asynchronous. Golly, that's not fun. So the race condition is as follows, right? The drop-down populates automatically with the information about all of the different expressions and their states in the current model that we have loaded. So we refresh our expression list. We keep a list of expressions in their files. But the problem is we're loading our save data before we get this information back from VTube Studio for the first time. So it's trying to set an option in the dropdown which doesn't exist at the time it tries to set it. I'm not sure how to overcome that. That's challenging. Unless it's... set expression. It's got to be something like if it tries to set a value that doesn't exist, it'll just keep trying. But that doesn't seem right either. Huh. This is a conundrum. Because, like, I could have, like, a stack in here where it keeps not even a stack, it's not like it's a list of jobs. It would just be a boolean that indicates if it succeeded or not. We have our data expression file. We try and set our expression of that. So then we do expression index. Find index returns a negative value, I believe. If so, we're gonna try this. Let's see if this fixes things. We're gonna do int index equals this. If index is less than 0. Oh wait, no, fuck. I make it clamp. Let's get rid of that clamp function. We don't need that. Because now I want the negative one. So if we don't find it, we are gonna do else. That's fine. So if it's we get it back a negative index, we don't have it. We're gonna need to keep trying. So we're gonna do private void update. But at the same time, what if that expression will never exist again, and it's not just a matter of not having it loaded it in the right order? I don't want to keep wiping somebody's their oh wait, no. I'm not thinking about this right. We need to wait until the next time refresh is called. Okay, wait, hold on. Waiting on nil. No. Okay. So if the index is not that, we're gonna do this dot waiting on equal to expression file. And so when we do our refresh, when we're finally told to refresh our list, because it means we got back a fresh batch of expressions, current index. We're going to do if this dot waiting on is not equal to null. The problem with this being a race condition is I don't really have a good way of testing this myself. So if it's not equal to null, we're going to do set. Oh man, I'm fighting myself for trying to do a ternary in here, but I'm not going to do it. Set expression. This dot waiting on. Null. Else. So what I think I've done here is if we call set expression and the expression we're trying to set doesn't exist, i.e. we get back a negative index, we keep a member variable that says, hey, wait a second, I'm pretty sure we want to set this expression. Otherwise, go ahead, it's fine. And then when we finally get a refresh call that says, hey, reload your list of possible expressions because you've got one that you're waiting on, it'll set that instead if it can find it. I think this might get hairy if it doesn't refresh in time between saving and returns a string, right? Return. Now it's time for a ternary. This dot we're waiting on. No. There we go. Okay. So if we had previous save data, it will still be saved. Otherwise, return from your list. This is fine. This is fine. This will work. This makes sense to me. I didn't do a good job of explaining it, but if it works, I can explain it. Okay. So now I go to here, flush, stop the app, and we'll remember blush. Yes! I'm a genius! Alright. So basically what I have my drop-down function here do is when it's told to load from a save file, if it can't find the name in the dropdown that it currently has, it sets a member variable that says, this is the dropdown option that I should have selected. I can't find it. Then when it finally gets a refresh order, instead of just choosing the top thing in the list, which is what it will normally do, it will check to see if it has something it was waiting on and try and find that in the list. If it's able to do so, it will clear that. Otherwise, it will not clear that. And then we're all set. Cool. So back over here. Make myself blush. Beautiful. Okay, that makes me very happy. And so now, if I go to my models here, become Akari again, I can set up a brand new profile. I can do a new art mesh tint where her arm becomes blue. I don't know why I keep doing this to her, where I make her arms blue, but I can do that. I can add a new expression trigger. Eyes cry, threshold of 150 BPM. Activate, like so. When I crank the heart rate all the way up, eventually she cries. Actually, let's recreate what I do in the video. Instead of making the arms blue, that's dumb. This is nothing. I was just doing it as an example because it's very visually distinct. We do a head, mouth, face, 255, 128, 128. And this is approximately how I have her. Ooh, that's interesting. When I clear an art mesh thing, it doesn't undo it on her model. That's a bug. That is something I need to fix. I gotta write that down. Well, ignoring that the arms are like that. Okay, I gotta make the expression a little bit earlier in the threshold. Oh, I have hit. Oh, I hit a exception. Interesting. Ah, that's what I meant. Okay. I was like, what's the exception I hit? To do, make this safe later. Because I'm just doing int.parse. That's no good. Can I resume? No. Okay. Well, that's fine. Okay. How do I do this in the color modules? Color input modules. Because I have a... There we go. I have one of these. And this is sufficient. Who that is? Tommy! Thank you for the raid. I'm gonna give you my fancy new... Karsk. Tommy. Like so. What's up? What's up? What's up? What were you building? I know you were building something without even doing the shout out. What was it tonight? What was the model kit? Give me the deets. How much paint thinner did you drink? I need to know it all. Give me the deets. Oh, wait. No, it is. It is. You got the right channel. It's not the wrong number. Wait. Where are you going? Where are you going? Don't leave. Don't leave. It's me. I swear. Yeah, what were you, making? I need to know. I need to know. Perfect grade Zaku. And is it a perfect grade Psycho Zaku? Is that a thing that exists? Or is that just like a different grade? I don't know. I have never even contemplated perfect grades. Nothing but sanding for 2 hours straight. Were you making sure to breathe in the sanding nubs for that, you know, full body, eat, breathe, sleep Gunpla? Return. Start string to bite. What was it? There we go. That's safe. I'll catch an exception. Food nourishment. Oh. Please. There we go. Awesome. My plugin works, dude. It's so good. I can make myself blush at high frequencies. Wait. Why? Oh, wait, did I start over? There we go. Yeah, I can make myself blush now. Triggers the expression, exactly like I always envisioned. I got the plastic in my lungs, and now I need the food in my stomach. I'm proud of you. Trying to think if there's any other cool, relevant Gunpla topic I can talk about. I haven't built Gunpla in like way too long though. I miss it, but I have not had time because I've got a million other irons and a million other fires. Yeah, thank you. So, let me show the app in function here. So the things we got working today is it will have a separate profile for each of the models that you load. So you have like settings that you set here, like expressions and the color. And so these are now saved on a per model basis instead of globally on one single file, which means that the reason I was somebody else before is because I needed to test this. So I can go back to being Akari. And you can see it clears all of my information here, but I can add, say, 128, head, mouth, face. I don't know why it does her whole... That's a bug. That part's a bug. New expression trigger, cry at 120, activate, cool. There we go. Yeah, this is based on heart rate. I have a slider for the sake of debugging so people can test what their various settings look like. If I restart, it should be fine. There we go. There's like a fade time, I feel like, on the eyes. But yeah, the way you get like actual live heart rate data is you connect with another app. People at Pulsoid graciously gave me developer API access. So you have an app on your phone called Pulsoid, which connects over Bluetooth to whatever heart rate monitor you have, and then you just get an auth token with the login function here, and plug it in, and your device will beam all that shit across the internet and get it to you. Once I have these features working, like the expression and the art mesh tint thing working, I'm gonna try and integrate direct connection from your Bluetooth device straight to this app, but it's hard, so I'm glad that the people at Pulsoid let me piggyback off of them. It's very, very difficult to get a reliable Bluetooth connection from Windows directly. Going through the smartphone is definitely your best bet. So that's the plan here. But I've got a whole range of options for selecting your input. You can have some tracking parameters. I think she's set up to breathe extra heavy when I do this. No? Why not? Hold on. Hold on. We can fix this. Why does... I feel like this is constantly being lost. That's fine. So you do something like this. The input is... Oh, wait, that's probably why. Like so. Breathing. And now you get the super heavy breathing. Based on the parameter. So I've maxed out to 255 beats per minute, higher than any human. And as we slow it back down, the breathing gets normal, the face gets less flushed, we lose the dying expression. Thank you, I'm just about done actually. I accomplished both of my goals for this evening. So I think I'm probably going to wrap it up. Thank you for stopping by, I really appreciate it. I'm sorry that I was streaming at the same time as you were, because I love to watch you build stuff. You're a fun person to talk to. Yeah, heavy breathing indeed. Honestly, this seems like as good a stopping point as any. I seem to be able to have profiles working. I can create, and I need to add like delete buttons for the expression modules, but UI work is stuff I can do off stream. That all seems to be well and good. So I'm happy about that. And I think I'm going to call it there. No sense in starting a new feature, I don't think. Let me be back to myself, though. It would be weird to send you off as somebody else. Wait, I picked the fake skeleton. Skeleton real. That's what I need. Alright, I'm gonna be in my little corner here. And I think that, yeah, that's a good stopping point. I will make sure I commit this to Git right now. Git add all. Profiles. Yeah. Push. And now is the time of every stream where I figure out if there's anybody currently streaming that I should go raid. I think I know the answer to that question already, but we'll see. Yep, and as I thought, it's time to send you all to Yancha. I think? Yeah, let's go to Yancha. Yeah, it's Yancha time. So we're gonna do raid Yancha Go-Go. And that'll do it for me. So bonus Sarah, good night. I'm gonna probably stream late tomorrow, but it's not gonna be pizza stuff. I am gonna just do like a video game or something, or maybe I'll do more of this. I don't know. I feel like I should do Sunday. I don't want to do pizza. I'm gonna skip that and do it the following Sunday, but I'll figure it out. Follow me on Twitter. Yeah, Yancha. Yancha's great. She's very, very, very different from me. In a good way. Like, I appreciate her a lot. So, yeah, tell her I said hi, and that'll do it for me. Bonus Sarah, good night.